Hey everyone, so in this video we are going to learn how to build a nav bar in React, right? So let's start the video. So first of all, I have opened the code sandbox. You can also use VS Code. So the link of this code sandbox will be in the description, so you can easily refer. So first of all, this is my app.js file, and let's open the style.css file as well. So yeah, let's start. So in app.js file, let's do one thing. Let's quickly create a new file called navbar.js in the source folder, and navbar.js is going to be export const navbar, which is going to be an arrow function, right? Which is ultimately going to return us a simple div, or in our case, maybe a simple nav, right? So I'll quickly put it here. I'll write a text called navbar. I'll quickly import this navbar into my app.js. And if I save it, you can see a navbar is written right over here. So let's go to the navbar file and let's start building the navbar. Oh, so first of all, there is going to be a div inside the navbar. Okay, maybe not a div, but okay, let's start with the div. So this div will say home, and there will be another div which is going to have a couple of spans. And first is going to be what it will say contact, right? And there will be another span which is going to say uh, about us, and another one which is going to maybe say uh, blogs, right? And here we are interestingly going to add a input component which is going to be a search, right? So instead of yeah, so I will put this search inside, and in this place of home I'll put a span and I'll write home here. So right now if you see, uh this does not look like an app bar, but we will just start building that, right? So first of all, we'll give this class name of brand, because this is going to be our a main where okay, brand. And this is going to be the uh, contact section. Maybe I'll just, I'm a little bad with giving the class names, but yeah. Also, we'll do a bonus thing. We will add animation to this input using frame of motion. So stay tuned. So home is here, this is here, and I'll just give this brand. Okay, I'll leave this brand, and this will be brand container, right? So this is going to be input, and I'll just give this a name of search, because we have to again target them, and these can remain as span. So let's go to our style.css file, and I will just split it to the down, and now we have CSS and this written right on the same screen, right? So let's start the CSS part. Now what we'll do is we'll give target the nav, and we will quickly give it a margin of 1 rem across. So as soon as I gave it a margin of 1 rem across, you will see something happened, right? So I'll give this a border of 1 pixel solid. This is my favorite color, E4, E4, E7. And as soon as I gave this a border color, you can see something did pop up on the screen on the right side, right? Now let's give it a padding of how much? 1 rem from, okay, 0.5 rem from top bottom, and 1 rem from sides. And let's quickly also give it a border radius of 1 rem. How does it look? It looks a little more, so I'll give it a border radius of 0.5. This, right? Also, since these are two divs here, let's give this a display of flex and align items. Sorry, align items center, and justify content. We're going to give space between, because we want them, these things, to go a little to the other side, right? Now after this, let's target brand container, and here like this. And brand container, what is it going to be? Brand container is again going to be display flex, and we'll this time give a gap of around maybe 2 rem, and 2 rem is a little too much, so I'll 1.5 rem we can give. And uh, and home is here, this is here. Similarly, same to the contact section also. So contact section is also going to be display. What is it going to be? Display flex, right? So I'll write display flex, and I'll give it a gap of 1 or maybe 0.5 rems. And yeah, I think this again works just fine. And inside brand container, so inside brand container we have a input, right? And input, we are going to give it a border again of 1 pixel solid. Let's check if it's working. So border, this is working, right? So here we'll first of all give it this border of again 1 pixel solid, hashtag E4 E4 E7, so just like the other one. And again we are going to give this part, this input, a border radius of how much? 0.25 rem. And just one more thing, I'll just give this a placeholder of search anything here, right? And again, let's give this input a padding of 0.5 rem from top and 0.75 from left and right. And I think something happened. Brand container is here. Also, let's just give this align items center. So this way you can see this is right over here. And also outline, we have to give a outline of none, right? So that it does not uh, do anything here. So on hover, right? On hover, we have to, or maybe we can again give this the of 1 rem. Oh, I went 0.75, just like the other part, but I think this looks a little too much. So 0.5 should work fine for this case. Right. So now we have a nav bar, and again you can color it the way you want. So I'll give it a background color of, let's say, I'm not very good with colors, but let's give this one. Okay, this looks a little different, but I guess this can work. And we can give the font color of, if let's try white. Yeah, white is looking good here. So I think this one is a little too what do we call it? The height is a little too much. So I think we have to decrease the padding to 0.25 from top bottom, I think. And and I think this is totally a choice that we can make here. So now I will add, if you are running on VS Code, just do npm I and write framer motion. This actually adds 60 fps good quality animation. So if you are interested in frame of motion, the video is linked right to this particular section. Just check this out. And since I'm on code sandbox, I'll simply write framer and I'll write motion. And as soon as I write framer motion, it gets installed. And in place of input, we will write motion dot input. And again, I'll simply import motion from frame of motion. You see, everything is here. Everything, if you have any doubt, just check this video. It explains everything. So, you'll see in seconds, this will get animated. So initial is going to be the initial, this is, we can give it false. And what do we want to animate? Animate is when we tap, right? So while tap, what kind of animation do we have to run? we have to run the expand animation, right? So we'll do is we'll define variants here. Again, in place of expand, what we'll do is in expand, the width increases to 300 pixels, right? If I click, you see, while tab is here, this gets expanded. This is looking cool, right? And also in place of, again, we can do one thing. While focus, we can again give it a same uh, animation of expand. So as soon as this is in focus, you can see the typing is happening here. And as soon as this goes out of focus, it goes back, right? So this is how we actually created a nav bar, and see it is kind of uh, responsive as well, right? It totally takes the space of your page. This is cool. So you can add it again. If I go back to the span section, you can replace it with anchor tags and probably add links of your choice. You can put it a href here, which is going to take some URL, right? So you can see this got changed. So you can put hrefs or whatever links you want to put. You can do it for the sake of visual understanding. I just give it span here, but this animation is cool. So if you like this video and if you have questions about anything about this video or something else, to subscribe to the channel. The link is in the description for this particular code sandbox. And I also have a Telegram channel and a Discord server. Hop onto this one. Links are in the description. That's all for this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.